It goes to show that he has confirmed that the PPP is only interested in gambling with our economy. They cannot properly manage the country, so what they do, they have their economic policy is a dig a hole to full a hole strategy. And we'll learn more in this year. Also in 2009, when the 200 million US, not Guyana dollars, you know, US 200 million Skeldon Sugar Factory was commissioned, it brought the industry to its knees. In this case, it completely killed the entire industry. See, the industry was on life support machine thanks to the APNU, AFC administration, when it was occupying the opposition side of the house. But all of them come and brainwash you. They say how we brainwash, but you know our president took our brain and he washed it of all the impurities and all the nonsensical nonsense. You understand me? So we're saying the truth for what it is. The so-called modernization plan was an ill-advised move that eventually cost the company Gaisuku US $72 million and another US $7 million for corrective work. Apart from the 200 US billion, look how much more it costs Gaisuku just for corrective work. Imagine that. It's like paying that amount of money to go and look like Kim Kardashian. When you come out, you look like a monkey or Spembo for corrective work. Okay? This project, when it commenced in 2003, could not sustain itself given the forewarning by the European Union. Imagine these people were warned. They were told. It is like when God told Noah to go build an ark. And God prophesied, and he told Noah that there is going to be a great flood. And when Noah brought this revelation to the people, they ignored. And when the flood came and the ark was closed, Noah said they weren't what? Told. They were told, brothers and sisters. Okay? They were told by the European Union that preferential prices would be reduced starting 2006. And continuing in the following years, it seems in retrospect that from a business and economic standpoint, the decision to pursue the Skeldon modernization project may not have been a logical and based on some considerations. The stunning effect of the Skeldon saga on the decline of the industry cannot be overstated. We cannot ignore their narrow-mindedness at best and their myopicness at worst when it comes to governing. Some of them can't even govern their own house affairs properly and they want to manage a country. One man call himself a chat 2, chat 3, and when we done, we gonna make it chat 4 and chat 5. And all the numbers added to that. He cannot run his own bedroom affairs properly and he wants to run a ministry more so country. Let him get so garbage back for him come March 2nd. In 2010, the Guyana Sugar Corporation, Gaisuku, under the PPP, shut down all operations at the Diamond Sugar Estate. So I wonder when people were crying wolf saying this government don't care for them. By just downsizing, we shut down all the sugar estates. We just downsized them because there was a reason for them to be downsized. But they shut down, brothers and sisters. From the years 2008 until 2014, annual sugar production continued to be under 230,000 metric tons, with its revenue base declining from Guyana 32.1 billion in 2008 to Guyana 32.2 billion in 2014. Imagine, your expenditure is more than your income. What kind of economics is that? No wonder you were disenfranchised. No wonder you couldn't get proper roads and proper lights and proper education system and proper healthcare system and so forth, proper healthcare. You see where they put in the money? You see where the money was going? If not in their pocket, where else it was going? Other than their pocket? But it wasn't going there, brothers and sisters. Not surprisingly, for the said period, there were losses each year, and this loss position worsened from Guyana 5.2 billion in 2008 to that of Guyana 17.4 billion in 2014. That unacceptable level of performance required government's intervention by way of subsidies in the years 2011 to 2014, diverting large sums of finances from other critical sectors. May I repeat, like this Sheldon, like this Skeldon, white elephant, and the dye sugar industry was the only concern of the PPP. So they had all this money being diverted away from other critical sectors in this country. Just to go to do what for what? For vote. Imagine that. But we come to you and we have provided you, and we're going to continue to provide for you the good life in the AP and UAR government. So remember, brothers and sisters, forward ever, backward when. Production was at its lowest in 2013. For example, here this one here. Production is falling to 186 to 186.807 tons. The lowest in 22 years. They had 23 years of rule, you know. 23 years of mismanagement. And look how much it has fallen within 22 years. This was way below Daisuku's minimum production rate of 332,000 tons that was needed to meet its local and international commitments. This is part of a trend that has taken root under the PPP government as far back as 2005 and was confirmed by the report of a commission of inquiry set up by the coalition government in 2015. Exactly, our government. So you know where you put in your vote come March 2nd, right? Don't fail us. The PPP killed the sugar industry, and I repeat this again. Hear me loud and clear, the PPP killed the sugar industry. Through neglect and mismanagement, the APNU plus AFC coalition had no choice. We had no choice, not one, none whatsoever. None. So I say to you, my Indian brothers and sisters, we had absolutely no choice but to downsize an already dead sugar sector, for which continued government bailouts were unsustainable. Please note the following. Under the PPP, the following issues led to the fall of Gaisuku and the downsizing of sugar in Guyana. Listen to me very carefully. 1, limited cash, limited investment, shorter out of crop maintenance, and declining recoveries. 2, substandard work practice and poor supervision. 3, insufficient crop yields. 4, shortage of skilled operators. 5, reducing costs for sugar. 6, the high cost of production. 7, the unsustainable high wages for managers. 8, the inability to make the necessary capital investment due to poor liquidity. Number 9, shortage in fuel, fertilizers, and spare parts for machinery. Number 10, prolonged and unresolved technical difficulties with a new Skeldon factory, aka the PPP White Elephant. Number 11, inadequate labor turnout. Number 12, non-achievement of targets for 6 months. Number 13, continued shortcoming in the quality of drainage. Number 14, the slow progress in the mechanization of agriculture operations. 15, delays in the procurement of items for the industry. And 16, last but not least, decline in production resulting in low cash reserves, affecting the corporation's ability to reinvest in the industry and retool it with critical capital items needed in order to achieve the targeted yields and levels of production and efficiencies. So friends all, I would like to kindly remind you that Jack Deodatt PPP is a plague upon this nation. It's a plague upon this nation that we must not allow to take root ever again. China has what? Are we going to allow this plague to take root on March 2nd? Hell to the no! Remember that Jack Dews led PPP. Remember this. Therefore, in closing, my comrades, I want to caution you once again. Come March 2nd, come out early. Ensure that you're out in your numbers. Cast your ballot as early as possible. The early bird shall catch the worm. Catches the worm. Come out in your numbers and you're going to place your X. Where? To the AP and UAFC. Your sexy little X. To the AP and AFC sign. Our symbol is what? The palm and the key. You're voting once for general election and you're voting the bottom for regional election. Please don't spoil your vote. Comrades, it is your democratic right to vote, and to my Indian brothers and sisters, while it is your democratic right to vote, I urge you to vote responsibly. A vote for any other party other than the AP and UAFC is a waste vote. It's a waste vote, and I said it without fail. contradiction. God knows best, my friends. Let us do the rest, and we shall surely pass the test. Come March 2nd. Don't stop the progress.